Hello friends, today we'll study about the formal and informal communication. So let's start with formal communication. What is formal communication? Formal communication is communication that flows along the lines of management or authority. Formal communication takes the shape of manual forms, reports as well as the meetings. And now what are the types of formal communication? Formal communication is basically divided into four types of communication: the downward communication, upward communication, horizontal communication, and the diagonal communication. We'll start with the upward communication. Upward communication is the process of information flowing from the lower levels to the upper levels. This type of communication is becoming more popular in organization as traditional forms of communication are becoming less popular. The most traditional organization types such as hierarchy places people into separate ranks. Upward communication helps employees to express their requirements, ideas, and feelings. For the top management, upward communication is an important source of information for business decisions. It helps in alerting top management about the requirement of changes in an organizations. Upward communication or contribution is the core contributor of business process re-engineering in many organizations. Now is the downward communication. The communication that flows from a higher level in an organization to a lower level is a downward communication. Downward communication is used by the managers for the following purposes: providing feedback on employees' performance, giving job instructions, providing a complete understanding of the employee's job as well as to communicate them how their job is related to each jobs in the organization, communicating the organization's mission and vision of the employees, and highlighting the areas of attention. The third type of formal communication is the horizontal communication. The definition of horizontal communication is that it refers to the connection between individuals at the same level of authority within an organizational group, department, or division. The next one is the diagonal communication. So, the diagonal communication is the communication that cuts across both work areas and organizational levels. In the interest of efficiency and speed, important where members cannot communicate through upward, downward, or horizontal channels. So, these were the four types of formal communication. Now we will talk about the informal communication. Informal communication occurs when people come together and talk about their working conditions, family, co-workers, and etc. Rumors, gossips, etc. are the examples of the informal communication. As there were four types of formal communication, similarly, there are certain types of informal communication also. First one is the single strand, second is the gossip wheel, third is the probability, and the last one is the cluster. Now we'll discuss single strand first. This chain consists of one-on-one interaction. In it, L says something to M, who then relays it to N, and so on. It is the least accurate of the four chains, and with the increase of transit points, the chances of distortion and deletion increases. Second one is the gossip chain. This chain is characterized by a group of people gathering to discuss matters of mutual interest. Here, one person seeks out and tells everyone the news that he or she has gathered. It is used to relay interesting bits of news that may not be job oriented. Now we'll discuss about the wheel communication. The center of information is only one man. The information is disseminated from one center towards all the directions. In this figure, C is doing the job. The next one is the probability chain. Message is passed on randomly without direction or method. The choice of recipient depends on the sender's will, situation, or the context. Sender is indifferent to do or not interested in the receiver he chooses. Now, the last one is the cluster chain. Individual communicates with only those individuals to whom he or she trusts. It is the dominant grapevine pattern in an organization. Most informal communication flows through this chain. Now we will discuss the difference between the formal and informal communication, as it is very important from the exam point of view. So, number one is the nature. Authoritarian in nature, democratic and friendly in nature. Official recognition. Since it follows official rules, it has official recognition. It is not officially recognized channel of communication. Secrecy. Official secrecy is maintained in formal communication system. It is occurred by open discussion, so official secrecy is not maintained. Delegation of authority. It facilitates delegation of authority. It has no roles in delegating authority. Rumor. No scope of creating and spreading rumor. Greater scope of creating and spreading rumor. Distortion. No chance of distortion of message. Here, messages are distorted frequently. Discipline. It helps to maintain discipline in the organization. It may create indiscipline in the organization. Cost. It is very expensive and requires more cost. It is less expensive and requires no or low cost. Time. It is time consuming. It is less time consuming. Relationship. Little scope to build up labor management relationship. Higher scope to build up labor management relationship. Flexibility. Not or less flexible. Highly flexible. Permanent documents. Formal communication is done by written documents and it documents an official record. Generally, informal communication is occurred verbally and it has no document. Information flow. Formation can flow upward and downward direction. Information can flow freely to all the directions. Obligation. It is obligatory to follow every employee. It is not obligatory to follow. Coordination. Coordination is very much easy, difficult in formal communication system. Coordination is very much easy in informal system. Use as a reference. Documents of the formal communication is recorded which is used as a reference. Generally, documents of the informal communication have no record and it is not act as a reference. Spontaneous. Information is not exchanged spontaneously in formal communication. Informal are exchanged spontaneously in informal communication. अगर आपको मेरा वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो, फ्रूटफुल लगा हो, तो प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड शेयर दिस वीडियो विद मैक्सिमम ऑफ योर फ्रेंड्स एंड रिलेटिव्स. थैंक यू.